I'll next demonstrate the operation of the Glasses inventory program. To do this, you need total of three virtual machines. One of them is the optical simulator, and the other two are machines that are tied together via the network. Essentially two laptops. These two laptops will be fed from the virtual machine. So in order to bring up the virtual machine, the first thing you want to do, the optical simulator, you want to click this button that is the VMware Workstation button, and you want to make sure that this is the one that you want to start right here, optical simulator. Now, so I'll go ahead and start those two. And generally what I'll do is I'll remove these completely because I don't want to confuse the VMware Workstation, because I'm going to have two copies of VMware Workstation running simultaneously. So I'll go ahead and click here to resume this virtual machine. Let it come up completely. Won't take very long. The machine is a little faster than it used to be, considering it's got an SSD drive on it and 8 gigs of memory. Now that I got it up and running, if I move my pointer up to the top, you'll see this drop down appears. I want to minimize it. And the next thing I want to do is I want to click this one right here. This is the one, per your documentation, that brings up the primary and secondary virtual machines. So I click here. As you can see, those are removed. But now I'm going to move them over to this right-hand side. I'm going to do a File, Open, and I'm going to go to My Virtual Machines up here, and I go to Primary, click that, and open it. It won't take but a second. It should be up and running. There you go. Secondly, I'm going to do a File, Open. I'm going to go to the secondary machine, Windows 10 secondary, click here, click Open. Now I'm going to go back to the primary, and we'll resume the primary machine and let it come up. I'll go full screen.
Hello.
And it's still coming up. Now when you bring having these three virtual machines running in this 8 gigabyte memory, it's going to consume the processor, and for a while, until these three machines settle down after having been started up, you will have like 100% utilization of the processor, so everything will be slow. So I prefer to leave these things available most of the time, but you have to start them up at this point in time. So you may have a little wait from the class as they come up. It's not much further, it'll be up. Now I'm going to click on View Full Screen, and now the primary machine is up. I'm going to go over up here top and just kind of click once, and then I want to go and find the secondary machine, that one right there. I want to click on Resume This Machine. Again, it starts restoring the machine. And it is, as before, it is slow. The the two virtual machines that are already up are consuming processor time. Okay, now it is up, and next thing I do to make sure that the two are communicating, I'll double click on this network journal link here. It should, after a few seconds, come up and show the journal on these. This is the secondary machine I'm looking at, to show the journal on the primary machine. If you go to the primary machine, all you have to do is go to the top of this window and click, and sometimes it doesn't go quickly. Well, let's see, it's being default. There it is. What I did is Alt-Tab so I could get it to come up. So now it is up, and I hope that it's recording. Yes. We'll go to the primary machine here, and I'll double click on the network journal link. Of course, that should come up pretty quick because it doesn't have to go through the network to see it. And so that's what you see on the primary machine right here. And one of the most important things on the primary machine is right here, the Move Network Inventory. After you make an update, you click on that Move Network Inventory, and it moves the total inventory and journal file over from this machine to this share, where you can then go to the secondary machine and pick it up. As you can see now, the secondary machine has responded to my double click of the network journal. The computers are speeding up just a bit. So now I'm going to go back to the primary machine. Notice I'm clicking at the top. Back to the primary machine. I'll close this one out, and I'm going to launch the Glasses inventory program. And it should take it'll take a little bit for it to come up. Okay, I'll pause the video. Well, it's coming up already, so I was going to pause it, but I don't need to. But it's got a pretty lengthy collection of things to bring up. You see, it's got a list of glasses that is removed, and this should increment to be equal to 7 eventually as it comes up. Now, to get up the fastest possible way, you need to minimize it. So I just go ahead and minimize it and let it have here at the bottom. And we'll go to the secondary machine, click here, and I'll click on this one, and actually double click on it, and it should start coming up soon too. I'll go back to the primary machine. Okay, there's the primary machine. Check and see how well it's doing. Oh, it's 1506. It's making progress. Bit by bit, this should work its way up to be 7, where it says used. I'll check on the second, and it's still not quite responded to my double click. You don't want one copy. There it is. Now it's coming up. So you don't want one copy of Glasses inventory running. So if you double click several times, become impatient, then what will happen is when you start feeding it readings from the autorefractor, the first one you clicked will capture the readings, and the second one will look like there's nothing come in. So that's why you can hover over this icon down here at the bottom, and it will tell you'll actually see both copies of Glasses inventory running. And this one has the same list of glasses removed. Okay, I'll go ahead and go back to the primary. Check and see how it's doing. 3381. I think I need to minimize glasses inventory to the secondary. I go ahead and minimize it. The secondary is Windows 10 while the primary is Windows 7. I'll minimize this one also. And we'll let them come up. Now the secondary is currently up. I flip over it, and by the way, once again, I can't go to the top. It won't give me the drop down. And for some reason, what works is I do an Alt, hold down the Alt key, and hit Tab. When I do, it allows it to drop down. I'm going to go back to the primary and see how it is doing. It's probably done by now. Yep, they're both done. Okay, I want to talk to you about Practice Play now. I'm on the primary computer right now, and I click on Help, Enable Disable Practice Play. This little yellow bar appears, and if I click the right arrow, it will load the first reading. This is actually a reading of a translator that I had in 2013. You can see he's very nearsighted, and he has pretty much astigmatism. No match, so I'm going to go into the wizard, and I follow the instructions. Adjust right eye tolerance multiplier to higher numbers. See it right there. So I'm going to go to higher numbers, see if I can get a match. And it automatically searches every time you track. I got 2 matches this then. I think I'll get more, so I'm going to go to 3. I think I'll leave it at that. Now the next step is, if no match, adjust left eye multiplier slightly. Okay, I got quite a few matches when I did that. Now the closest matches should be at the very top. If you look at the window, you'll see the closest matches are at the very top. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and exit the wizard, and I simply click Print. In a few seconds, it should show a pop-up. That's going to be printing to a PDF file. Now the pop-up has appeared. It's going to put a copy of this file called Glasses Inventory, and it's going to overwrite the one that's there already. Click Save. Say yes, I want to replace it. Now I'm going to go to the Glasses Inventory link right here, and it should bring up the pick list of glasses in inventory. There it is. And see, there's a copy of what I just put in place. Highest to the closest match is 5501 and 169. This means female. This means either male or female. This means male. You'll also see one for C for child. In some cases they say F-B for bifocal, F-P for female progressive, and so forth. Now suppose that I want to hand out this pair right here. So what I can do is I could either click this line and say remove pair, or later on if I'm working on somebody else, I could just enter this inventory number, which is 913, and then remove it here. Say remove pair, refresh person list. You see 913 is removed. Now I have 8 used classes. Okay, move this out of the way a little bit. Again, I got to do Alt-Tab to cause it to bring back that window. And I'll go back to the secondary machine. If I do refresh person list, you see now it also sees 8. So that is immediately passed on to the secondary machine. I'll go ahead and turn on help, enable, disable, practice play on the secondary machine. And I'm going to go past that first one on the secondary machine. So right here it says tolerable astigmatism, no glasses needed. This is a young person. They can handle that small amount of astigmatism. Now this is high cylinder, high astigmatism, both eyes. Use wizard also for more matches. Farsighted, both eyes glasses are needed. So I'm going to go to the wizard. Now this person is 63, so the first step is click to right of triple star to remove bifocal requirement. So I click here. Adjust left eye colors multiplier right here. Higher numbers. Left eye tolerance multiplier, higher numbers. Oh, I got 1. Now I got 6. That's enough to work with. Okay, so I'm going to exit the wizard. I'm going to click print. And again, it should eventually come up with creating the PDF file that I need. Okay, and that's going to show it probably with the browser. There it is. Okay, I'm just going to click there so that it will put that word in there, that file name in there. Click Save and say Replace it. Now I'm going to go in, double click down here. It should bring that one up. Now the Edge browser, which is down here on the bottom line, is what allows you to view PDF files. Okay, it's coming up slowly but surely. See, notice 312 is the same number that was top on the list in the main window, as you see right here. 312. Okay, and then you just basically print that out and hand that to the fitters. Now, another way of fitting is, if you want to, you could fit to dominant eye. You see in the wizard, it had the left eye basically as the worst eye, and that's the one that's trying to fit to the right eye best. So what if I made the left eye dominant eye? I'm going to exit the wizard. I'm going to say left eye is now dominant. So right here is left is dominant. Now this time when I hit prescription modification wizard, you can see it has different instructions. Click to the right of triple star to remove bifocal requirements, so we click here. Adjust right eye tolerance multiplier to higher numbers. I got 2 matches, about 3. Do one more level. Got 3 matches, and I'll do. Now you can see if no matches, just left eye multiplier slightly. So I just go like 1. I only got 3 matches. This should add some to it. Yes, it did. Okay, so now I could exit the wizard, or I could actually print here if I wanted to. Well, go ahead and exit the wizard. I'm going to click print, and then I'll simply click on, go ahead and click this file, so it copies that file name down here. Then I'm going to say yes, I want to replace it. And now I'm going to double click here. And now you can see that's the list for this patient. Okay. Selecting the dominant eye comes up with a different list of glasses, and that's really a better way of doing it if you can do it. But you need to be able to identify the dominant eye. Now once again, this drop down is not working, so I'll do an Alt-Tab. Hold down the Alt key, hit Tab, and it should make it work. Alt-Tab. Okay. Okay, one of the problems is you have to click on the main window, not the one that has the VMs on it, in order for this bar to now appear. So I want to minimize this temporarily, and I want to bring up the dominant eye video and show you how to identify the dominant eye. This is a YouTube video. Move it over here. I can go full screen on this. If I line up my finger with the bottom left corner of that cabinet door and then close my left eye like I'm doing now, my finger still stays lined up with the bottom left corner of that door. Now if I close my right eye, then my finger appears to be moving over to the right side, slightly in the middle, but slightly below the center of that door. Now, if I then open my right eye, it moves back to where it was. This tells me I am right eye dominant, as closing my left eye has no effect on the orientation and the alignment of objects that I see, while closing my right eye does. If the reverse was the case, where closing my left eye causes things to move, then I would be left eye dominant. If you close your non-dominant eye, the object does not move. That's what it boils down to. Okay, I'm going to close that out. So that's how you can identify the dominant eye. Okay, I'm going to go back and bring back Windows 7 Primary, which put everything back to where it was. We'll talk about other features of the program. Every single item of the program, if you hover over it, it will tell you exactly what that item refers to. Click to indicate left eye is blind. Click to restore left autorefractor reading. On the panel, closest of match from 0 to 9. This is the glasses bag number, the inventory number. Left sphere. Go down here. Left sphere power. You can see that right underneath there where I hover my pointer on the sphere, and that's what it shows. Refresh person list to refresh this list so you can see what's happening. Now the two programs, the primary and secondary, are communicating together. Now what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and turn off practice play, and I want to click clear. The steps you normally take, you click clear, you enter the patient number, let's say it's patient number 11. You enter the age, so let's say the age is 52, okay. And now I'm going to transmit a prescription in using the optical simulator. Now this is on the primary machine. So I'll bring up the optical simulator, which is right here, and it says the top one that's kind of hidden is pointed to this little tag here and saying it's primary. So I click here, bring that forward, and it will transmit a single file reading. That's what I want to click. Transmit a single file reading. I click here. You can see that window pop up, just like it came from the autorefractor. And that's not supposed to happen. Hold on a minute. Apparently when I click it again, like you see here, it worked. So I'm not sure what happened just then. Comes in, and you get the list of glasses that match. You can see it's a very good list. And there's the patient number and the age coming that's still there. So you just print that list out and hand it to fitters. And they will start with pair number 3038. Alright, next I want to do another patient. Clear. I think that's patient number 12. I'm going to say the age of this one is 38. I'm entering it right there. I'm going to transmit another reading. Entered. Right here. That's a different reading. The different reading comes in. There's the -6, -1, 3, 32, 10, so forth. You see, I got no matches, so I'm going to go into the wizard. Click the wizard. Again, adjust right eye tolerance multiplier to higher numbers. So, right here, I didn't get a match. Try another one. I didn't get a match. Try another one. Oh, I got one match. Try another one. Got 8 matches. That's good. So I'll go ahead and print that out. I can print it from here, or I could print it elsewhere. But I'm going to go ahead and print it here. It should come up and appear on the bottom line. It's like a little blue icon that looks like a floppy disk label. And it takes a while. Ah, good. There you see there. floppy disk label. I click here, save. I do want to replace it. And I had to move over right here and click this right here. It should come over in a second. And then I've got the list of glasses that match the patient prescription. Alright, now I'm going to go to the secondary machine. So I just measured 2 eyes on the primary machine. I'm going to go to the secondary machine. Again, I need to click back to home. If I can get it to come down. I'm trying to get it to come. It's being difficult. So with Alt-Tab. Okay, good. Just Alt-Tab did the trick for some reason. Secondary. Alright, now if I say File, Load Previous Autorefractor Measurements, I can scroll down here, and there's 11 and 12. So I can select 11, and I'll get the same list of glasses that I got on the primary machine. So that's another valuable feature. Now the program itself is broken up into, let's go back to the primary. The program itself is broken up into 4 quadrants. Top left is where the prescription comes in. Top right is where the list of glasses that match the prescription will appear. Bottom right is your entire inventory, which you can scroll through just by dragging it in. You can see any one of them. I had to click on any one. Bottom left is the list of glasses that match that prescription. Now, right above each quadrant, you're going to see a white bar, the data entry area. If you click on that white bar, like here, it should bring up Adobe Reader, and it's thinking. Should eventually bring it up. Okay. I'm going to have to do Alt in order to bring the bar back up. For some reason it just disappears on me. Alt-Tab. Okay, I think I got that, but it's not what I want. Okay. Alright, I think this will bring it up now. Okay, here is the help for that page. Page 2, page 4, page 3. You click on this, and it should move forward to the second page. That's the details, excruciating details of how it works, how that section of that quadrant of the Glasses Inventory program works. Okay, finally, after several Alt-Tabs, I managed to get back the window. Yeah, I'm holding down the Alt key. For some reason it's not. Oh, finally. Minimize this. And I'm going to go show you. I'll go ahead and do the same thing on this one, minimize this. And I'll show you the accommodative power of children. I guess one thing I didn't mention, I'll go ahead and bring that one back up, is that I'll show you back to the primary. Is this quadrant, if you click on this white bar, it does the same thing. Every white bar, as you see here or you see here, will bring up detailed information about that area of the program. I'll minimize it. Now, the accommodative power of children. I'll double click here. Now this comes up, and you can see at a very young age they have a very high accommodation. That's actually the unit of measure for that is called diopter, and that's the unit of measure for sphere and cylinder of glasses, diopter. As you get older, that accommodative power vaporizes, just goes away. When you reach my age, 72, it's gone for good. So that's the focusing power of children. So hopefully this will show you several things that you can demonstrate to the patient, to the class members. Now, one other thing you can mention is the monkey that's used, and that's something that's documented on the How to Measure Children Without Dilating.